Uh, Hi, I'm back. If anyone's still here, because I think literally on the same minutes as I gave up, I think that it fixed itself. And I know that Hazard is on the run as well. Let's just go there. Dude, this is such a stupid day. But okay. Okay, well, okay, or no time to waste, or we just go back, Hazard? Hazard? Okay, alright, okay, Hazard, hold on, Hazard. It actually works now, it feels. Okay, stream number 5 of the day. Alright, okay, alright, okay. I'm not prepared at all, but Hazard is currently on the beam. So close. So close. To the dirt wall right again. Let's settle into this. Last time on this position, Hazard did fail these beams. Now, gets past the first one. The second one. Very careful, makes it. And now Hazard is on the dirt wall right for the second time. Managed to get past it last time. 40 days on Deep Dip 2 at this point. And it's been a huge grind. Failing after getting the dirt wall right on the first time must have felt so demoralizing. Brent did it before as well. But you're not far from the finish at this point. You only have the dirt wall right left. You only have the jump after, the slow down landing, and then the final jump. And here we go. Hazard needs to get to this narrow first lower wall right. Then needs to go all the way to the other side. Get the plastic bounce on the other side. Get the grip back into the wall. And then go all the way back onto the other side. It is so difficult. One of the hardest parts of the map. But Hazard, up for the task. Goes in with the camera 3, gets the grip, and now the turnaround. Does it bounce well? It bounces, and it keeps the grip. Hazard just needs to get the line to the upper part, and now the flip through around the Trackmania text ending here, and it works again. Hazard has safely landed after the dirt wall ride. Bren was the first to clear it. Did also manage to finish the map on first place. Elcon as well, on day 36. Managed to clear it. And we've just begun day 40. Hazard, Lars, Schmaniel currently have their personal bests on floor 16. But only one of them has reached this point, and that is this player right here. The Danish trial RPG legend Hazard, who currently has a chance to not only make history, but walk away from Deep Dip 2 with about $6,500 in the pocket. That is what the third place gets from the $32,000 prize pool. Bren and Elcon, watching from the sidelines, have already done the task. Careful jump into the tunnel here. Has landed this before, but it always looks very scary. It's the second time Hazard has reached this point. Taking his time, can't really blame him for that either. Now... lines it up, and lands it. And then the jump that Hazard failed the last time. It is a tricky jump. It's a tricky section. If we take a quick look at it, what's ahead of us? Hazard hopefully will take a little bit of time. So you're in the tunnel, you need to go over here, jump through, and land here. But this is a pretty slow landing. You have to be sure that you can slow down in time. Bren jumped too far to the right side on the first attempt. Hazard did the same. So at this point, there seems to be that one mistake to avoid. We don't have a big sample size here. We don't know what everything can go wrong. But we do know that jumping too far to the right side has happened twice. Elcon got this first try, and Bren got it on the second. So currently this next section has a 50% clear rate. And is that the real difficulty of the section? Maybe, maybe not. The issue is that when you're this high up after grinding for almost 300 hours, 250 to 300 hours, any kind of a jump, no matter how trivial, becomes difficult. You know that you're in a position to finish the grind. Need to jump between these two beams here. So the jump angle itself, already a little tricky, landing onto the dirt, and then the ice. So, kind of a difficult line to get for sure. Knows what to do for sure. Has seen Elcon and Bren do it, has failed it himself, knows what can go wrong. Taking the speed, might try this one time or just say time to full send, but we'll see. Just goes for it, and the jump. Angle looks good, braking works out. Hazard has landed, the same as Bren on the second attempt. And now the patience test, just carefully onto the ice. No rush at all, just needs to take careful steps. Small jump to the right after this uphill. It is the same jump as you do on the scaffold section before. But then there's this beam right here. And this beam can be a little bit scary. There's barely enough space to actually ascend into the uphill. You will have the left wheels in the air. First jump, there we are. New height personal best for Hazard as well, but that's not what we care about at all. Until it reaches the 1900 meter mark. Now, the final beam. Final section of floor 16. Taking all the time in the world. There's no reason to rush. Might be even stepping away from the computer for a little bit. just to calm down. But now it's time to try. First task, getting on the beam. And it works. So it is there. Then the second task, getting into the uphill. Barely space for the right side wheels to get there. And Hazard is through. Floor 16 has been cleared. Hazard is in the ending section of the map. The blue flag here marks the end of Jumper's floor. It's been a long time for Hazard since he reached a new floor, but now it is time to get to the end. Final part of the map, built by the main organizer himself, Sparkling W. These first few jumps, really just a stress test. Jumps forward, lands it. The next jump, Bren has done, Elcon has done. Hazard knows for sure what it's about, how far you can go, how much speed you can get. A bit of a lap here. Maybe has a lucky side here that he wants to choose. I think actually Bren went to the left, Elcon went to the right, and I think Hazard taking the last remaining circle here, marking his territory. Bit of an unusual Hazard run. Less than an hour in the clock still. Has often been having these very long runs. Here we go then, the jump perfectly works, no issue at all. Here we go, climbing up. Then the pipe. Then the beam. And now, Hazard at the top of the world. All that remains is the final jump. We'll hear the encouraging words from the Nadeo developer team, including the CEO, Hylis himself. There he is. Welcome on top indeed. Three, two, one, let's go. And Hazard has a chance here to end the Deep Dip 2 event. Bren did this jump with about 283 speed, if I recall correct. It was a very close amount of speed, but Hazard knows the number. Elcon did it a little bit faster. Elcon got 290 speed or so. That was a little bit more safe. So Hazard has those numbers, knows exactly what to do, needs to jump straight up this quarter pipe ahead. There it is, there's the jump, and the acceleration for this happens on the circle on the side. Might just go in. Bren and Elcon didn't take too much time here to prepare Hazard. Testing out the line first. Now, getting ready for it. So much falling in these last few weeks. But it all comes down to this. The final climb. The final meters. Hazard, ready to go. It should be enough speed. Hazard reaches the end. And we have our third place player right there, getting the silver medal as well as the first player in the world and the current world record. Hazard manages, after all the fails on every single floor that all of these players have went through, manages to claim the leaderboard time and the third place on Deep Dip 2. What an incredible achievement. A huge, huge moment for Hazard. And it does mean that Deep Dip 2 event comes to a close. We have our podium. Bren with the top one. Incredible work in finding the ways, trailblazing, figuring out strategies, trying different strats to try to make the journey easier for everyone. Elcon, second place, a huge comeback. Elcon was the last player to exit floor 15 and the second to get to the very end. So last one of the remaining 4 players that were on floor 16. And now we have Hazard, who absolutely did huge work also, figuring out the way, understanding different sections, floors, especially the plastic bounce on floor 13. Hazard basically single-handedly proved it to be working with the strategy that Hazard was finding, and the spin strategy on floor 11, ending everything else as well. There's so much that Hazard did for this map, and absolutely deserves to get onto the podium. What a huge achievement. Of course, that does mean that the rivalry between Lars and Hazard comes to a close as well, and as sad as it is, it does mean that Lars is out of the podium, but Lars also huge grind and huge achievements overall to even compete against players of this caliber. It is a massive achievement. Hazard going to Deep Dip 1. Deep Dip 1 grind starting next. Maybe the world record run right away. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, as much as we would love to have everyone on the podium, everyone in the prize pool, someone needs to be 4th place, and this time it is Lars. But I believe that Lars still deserves all the support for getting these final few sections in. Absolutely huge grind, and I think Lars will continue the grind, pushing himself and getting to the end. And I think it will happen relatively soon as well. Hazard has finished Deep Dip 1, yes, and also was part of the mapping team then. Decided for Deep Dip 2 to go as a player instead. So decided to not go as a mapper, but wanted to play instead. And I'm glad that he did. Yeah, Hazard validated Deep Dip 1, basically. What a journey. What a journey. Huge GG. I will say that it's a bit of a, you know, maybe I'm becoming, you know, religious or spiritual here, but my internet fixed itself right as Hazard got to the the floor 16 halfway point again. Well, I'm glad it did. It's perfect now. No issue at all. Maybe it's some kind of a divine intervention from the deep dip, from the god of the dip or something. God damn. What a journey. Thank you, Earhacker, for continuing the sub. Much appreciate you. Oof. Well. Thanks so much for an awesome casting job over the whole event. It's been a pleasure watching with you. Definitely, yeah. Thank you all as well for the support. Honestly, didn't think this would be a 40-day commitment in the beginning. But I'm glad I got this idea on the morning of the release, basically. Just before the event started. It's been awesome. So... what happens next? Well, Hazard is playing Deep Dip 1. That's one. That's one. We have our top 3. Yo, Sean, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Thank you so much. Very generous. Much appreciate you. And Get Up Mafioso as well with the Prime. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, okay. What happens now? Alright. We still have unanswered questions, like floor 13. So, yeah. As I understand, I think the practice floors will probably be released, but maybe not the checkpoint versions just yet. They might wait until Lars gets the finish. Like, I feel like, you know, it's a good show of respect as well, because Lars is very close to finishing as well. So I feel like it's as a show of respect. I could be wrong. I don't really know what the plan is going to be, but I think that, you know, the checkpoint versions will be delayed a little bit, so that Lars has a chance to finish, like, in the event formats. That might happen. But the practice floors, we'll see. Maybe those come out. As well as Shmaniel, I'm not sure. Shmaniel is still like on floor 16, sure, but it's difficult to say how, like, because, you know, these other players got to the point where got to the point where Shmaniel is, like, almost a week ago, right? So it could take like one more week for Shmaniel to finish as well, if it's gonna be like similar to Brandon, Hazard, and Lars. Was he? Discovered you with DD2, and I'm so glad I have found about this channel. Brightened my day, every hour, every minute, every second. Thank you, Bun, 20-month subscriber. Appreciate you. Oh god. Thanks for the commentary and company throughout this whole ordeal. No problem, Shan. It's been a pleasure. My Prime for making this event much more interesting and being a big part of the experience. Thank you, Gebab. Very much appreciate you. Yeah, god damn. Hey, thank you, 5yard. Glad you've been enjoying. So, yeah, I guess we'll wait for some updates from the organizers. It would be cool, like, if they release the practice floors right now, I will immediately jump into floor 13. First time watching, I think you're boring. Thank you, Hype, 74 subscriber. When will the runs for the mappers be released? Yeah, I guess that's the question. I really want to see. I really want to see how it's gonna actually be played. Who did it? Hazard. Hazard with the top 3. What a beautiful evening to watch Villa FTC Discovery. Yeah. Australian skin. Interesting. The game sometimes when it doesn't load the custom skins that the players have, like Hazard has. It often puts like a random country skin to the player. It is interesting that it chose Australia, where Bren is right now. The companionship goes on. They did have a deal with Bren and Hazard, where if they would get top 1 and 2, they would share those top 1 and 2 prizes. But that did not happen. Elcon with the snipe. So it still does mean that, you know, the 2 are in the podium. And I think, you know, Hazard and Bren did so much work on this map, honestly, that it is very much deserved, for sure. This was a pretty clean run, it seems, as well. Not too many. Oh, it was just a joke, free police. Don't worry about it. Might load the skin. Okay. But yeah. How did floor 16 go entirely? Because I did not catch all of it. So this is a replay. So whenever you do a run on a map, it saves the replay onto the leaderboard, and you can watch them. And with some plugins, you can scroll through them and everything. So this is the run that Hazard just drove. Skip the wall ride training. Okay. Maybe that was the key. I think, honestly, Lars is very close to finishing as well. Yeah, just directly into the wall ride. Super clean. Boing. I feel like you can tell like Hazard's confidence on all of these sections. Like all of these lineups, I feel Hazard did so many times. I will say that floor 16 is still kind of ridiculous though. But I will also say that floor 16 made for really good storylines. How did this jump go? This one is often very close. Oof, a little bit off the landing, but that's how it often works. This landing, yeah, works so clean. It looked so intimidating when we didn't have anyone on floor 16 yet. I think, yeah, floor 16 did have like a final boss type of vibe, for sure. Did Hazard go straight away here as well? Yeah, no practice on this run at all. Just going in, and I mean it worked. It worked. There's probably a little bit of a pause over here. We scroll ahead a bit. But yeah, this line also. Like a very wide line, and then straighten the car nicely. Landed. It's fine. How long passed between Alcon's finish and Hazard's finish? Was it 60? No, don't look. Don't look it up. No, don't check it. Don't look at it. This time Hazard took the beam like super slow though. Seemed to work fine. He actually wrote in the chat that he regrets not practicing. Yeah, it can be like a mental thing. Like, you know, a lot of this is you believing in yourself that you can do it, right? That's going to be like a big part of this. Not that much of it is actually going to be like the you know, like mechanical understanding, because you already understand how it works. You were right about the practice floors and checkpoint version. Oh, are the practice floors out? You're free, man. Let's go, Viro. Floors are out. Let's go. Floor 13. I want to go right away. Do they? Okay, maybe I can open them in the editor as well. Now that the event is over, that's not even cheating. Hope they don't have passwords. Look at this section. Very clean entry, actually. And the bounce. It was honestly maybe a little bit slow. But it worked really clean. Like, it didn't go too high, not too low. And the flip was really perfect. And then this jump. Super clean. Was a perfect line, and I think, like, you know, slowing down here worked really nicely too. The beam was really scary, but it worked well too. Now the one thing I want to see is the speed on the final jump. I think it was even more than Elcon. There's a couple rotations here. Yeah, this is more speed than even Elcon. 288, the highest number. I think Elcon had 87. Every camera is so bad. .47 speed. Oh god. Oh, well, okay, a game. Come on. 47 speed at the end. Come on, game. Don't do that, please. So that was super clean, honestly, the final jump. Could have gone like a block higher, honestly. It was similar to Elcon. Ren was the only one kind of going very close to the speed. At like 17 speed on the final moment. What am I supposed to do now with my life? Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Lara's still grinding. We will most likely start moving on to other things in Trackmania though, which are gonna be great as well. Be an amazing event. See you in 2 years, boys, for another tip. Glad you enjoyed, Arcane. Yeah, Hazard just finished. Yes, Hazard did fail the beam before the dirt wall ride 2 days ago or so. Lars floor 16? Oh, really? Okay. I need to restart my game. Oh, Larson practice floor 16. Okay. Okay, that's a big difference. Yeah, we will get a new mapping competition soon. We will get everything done soon. I'm glad my connection fixed itself. Looks very solid now. No issues at all. Yeah. What a journey. Thank you everyone for staying here so far. Been great to have you guys. But I do actually stream outside of Deep 2 as well, if you want to stay after this. If you enjoy the educational content, that's a big part of what I do anyway. So, yeah, you're free to stay to the next few things. One of the next things that I'll do is start building a beginner map, like a 5-minute map with different surfaces and stuff like this. So, if you're new to the game, if you're one of the many players who got the game very recently and started playing it, then that map will be for you. I'm specifically building something for the beginners and new Trackmania players, so yeah, can be a good project for you guys as well. Let's see, Virus author medal time. You've waited 40 days to post this. Maybe more like a year, honestly. Okay, going around. Wheel jump, okay. Seems like the players did that pretty much the same way as you did. The flip. The jump. Yeah, nothing unusual yet. So this is the floor 14 mapper run. These are gonna start coming out. I think the mappers have been really waiting to get this into the public as well. Clean jump. The beam landing. We'll see if Plexity shows some kind of a run. I want to try my shortcut idea on 13 though. Into the wall. Yeah, floor 13 practice map is out. We can explore. 3 people have finished the map. Where did you find this video? Viro just posted it here. Seems pretty usual so far, like nothing crazy. Yeah, this one as well. It seems like this floor was very much like understood. Oh, you actually chained this. Oof. Okay, that was very close though. And this is pretty hunted. This turbo ceiling is wild. Yeah, you chain this as well. That makes sense. It's not like a super speed check. Actually looked really dangerous to me at first. That's a good run. Goddamn. Cool to see. Thank you. Okay. So... Alright, so the practice floors have all been released, and the checkpoint versions have not come out yet. They will be released when the current Floor 16 players have finished. At latest in 1 week for now. I think that's a good call. I think it's good that they are you know, kind of giving a chance for these players to get the runs before everything's done. Okay, floor 15. All right, I'm curious about this one. Would you have a replay file as well, maybe? Let's see. Maybe this is good. Okay, so this is Kuba's floor. Very cool floor, Kuba's. But there are some question marks, like how to get the dragon consistently and everything else. What, you just chain this? Okay, dude. Alright. You can do that. Within the bounce. Okay. Bit of a low bounce on this run. So, okay, nothing crazy so far. The chain is a little bit, you know, of a speedrun strat, but, you know. Okay, and then that's the wall hug. Okay, so you do the wall hug on this. So here, kind of like no setup, right? Because it's like a 100 run. But there is like this left input to do the wall hug. So that is the shred. The players figured out. This is Kuba's run. Chaining this as well. And this is exactly how the players do it as well. And what this? You just go. I have more questions than answers from watching this. This doesn't help at all. I was hoping to like understand something here. This is 73 speed. This is actually slower than Elcon. And you kind of like drift the entry. I don't really know. What's the key? Kubas, what's the key? Why did the players sometimes not get enough speed? Even though they had like the same like 275, 276 speed. Because you've avoided landing bugs on the dragon, I've checked. Are you doing a bit of like an SD on the plastic? That looks like a drift to me. I'm wondering why they were failing it. For me, Insta Airbrake worked, but plastic is plastic. Okay, alright, sure. Okay, so it's... alright. I guess it will stay a mystery. Okay, the rings were the same as for the players. You just chained this too. Wait, did you get the third gear? Surely you must have, right? 200 speed. But like, pretty much everything else, like the players kind of figured out, right? God damn. It's a clean run. Yeah, it's a very hunted run, so there's a little bit of risk, I guess, that you wouldn't usually do. It's a really cool floor. I'm really wondering, like, if for wildcard hunting, people can find like a very consistent way to do the the dragon section though. Yeah, I also want to see Plaxitis run. Is it cheating if I open floor 13? What do you mean no tracks found? There are definitely maps here. Event is over, yeah. There's all these maps. Come on, just let me... What do you mean no tracks? I literally just showed that there are tracks. Is this some new game bug? Okay, let me reboot the game. You also have this issue? Oh no. I might actually not be able to open it. Yeah, it's in favorites on purpose. Because that's like when you have a campaign with maps, you can go into the maps and favorite them, and then they will show in your folders, and then you can open it in the editor. That's kind of the way to do it. If you download the map from Trackmania Exchange, then you can go from the files directly, but yeah, that's... Huh. Can download the map via menu? Which menu? Can give a small leak. Holding brake in the shrimp while upside down does something. Interesting. Interesting. What are you gonna do now? Well, we're gonna discover things if I can. Surely Plexity is gonna throw in the intended run in any moment now. Okay. Alright, well, if I can't get to the editor, then I'll just try it legit. Can't be that hard, can it? Okay, literally failed the first section. The shrimp is the plastic upside down beam on floor 15. Where do you land here? Okay, a little bit to the left. It'll be more efficient if I just, you know, retry this instead of doing some free camera stuff. I feel like I remember this floor pretty well. Okay, a little bit more to the left. Yeah, I don't know what the start block is. Why is it starting underground? Okay, there, and then... Okay, not like that. Any moment now. Need to flip a little bit on the side. Okay, not quite. Get in there. There, maybe. And then jump somewhere here. It works. And here. Then into the loops somehow. And then like 5 or 6, I guess. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, There we go. No, yeah, like, playing this in the practice floor sense is not comparable at all. Comparable at all to the real run experience. 100%. Oh, I need more speed. That's such a tricky one to estimate. Because you don't want to get the second gear. For the risk of the slowdown. Gonna be the first to attempt the ice wall, right? No, Elcon did it. Elcon's done it. Because he failed the shortcut once. So he had to. Yeah, he had one-shot it. And then never tried it again. Well, that was a terrible ending. Failed once too? Oh, I only saw the actual successful attempt. Okay, so what do I do? Start from like here? Sure. Then okay. So my idea that I want to try here, that would be way easier to do in the editor, would be to go over here, then go here, land on the crystal, and I'm so curious if the wood grip is enough for you to land sideways on this. Because then you could go straight here, and you could start the wall ride section from here. I really want to test this. I don't know, I'm a bit 50-50 on that. So you go here, and then how do I get down? Oh, this kind of sucks, doesn't it? It would be probably easier to jump directly from the wood onto this, actually. Well, now I'm here. Maybe I just crash this, try to aim towards that crystal. Just kind of crash it. I don't really want to go down. Well, I feel like I might have a risk of turtling if I go backwards. So I want to kind of try to actually land this, you know? If I just go towards this blue beam here, like from here to this point, if I just go there, no, this is not plastic. And also, if I turtle on this landing and I bounce, I will fall down. So I'll try it like this. Something like this. How far is it? This is so difficult to estimate. I'll just give it a go. Oh, slightly off. Was so close. I think it would be easier to just land into the main road. What's your mega idea? You'll hopefully see in just a moment. Okay, hold on. I'm doing this wrong. Okay, that works. Hazard got third. The thing is that I might not get the grip on first try even if it was possible, so I don't know. We'll see. 3, 4. Yeah, it might be, like, even if you go to the bottom part, Arias, like, if you can just drive on it, there is actually a beam, like a wall here. So if you can go here, maybe it is possible that you can get over there. Or, well, I don't know. Look, I just want to try it. I just want to try it. I feel like it's very close to being an idea. Okay, let me try to jump directly there. But how? I don't have the backwards camera bound, so this is a little bit dicey. I think I might be able to just accelerate from here, honestly. And then just kind of jump to the right. There's like a small wall there anyway. Maybe it's gonna work. No, I don't think it's enough speed. Whoops. Okay, maybe I can just PF and get over the plastic and then land there. That's probably what I should have done anyway. It's kind of the intended idea anyway. No, I don't think you can climb that. Okay, I think I need to go on the plastic and then reverse or something. Let's try. Hazard rated 2 and 7 as the worst floors. It kind of makes sense because Hazard is probably thinking from the point of view of like a competitor, which means consistency and like recoveries, and floor 7 is just really brutal. Floor 2 is also like pretty weird. Sometimes, anecdotally, I feel like sometimes you just get like some weird bounces and stuff. I forgot to count. What is this, 4? Let me do one more. I'd probably update the WR clip command. That's pretty solid. Award farming, Vero. Okay, so let's now try it a little bit different. I'll take enough speed here that I can jump up here, and then yeah, okay. So all right, so yeah, it's true. The slope is enough to make you not turtle. Hi, Doondy. GG. You as well. Okay. So, honestly, this looks like a terrible angle. It's kind of like forward though, with a slight, very slight turn. I'm not gonna stay there. The landing onto it is so rough. That's kind of the thing. I mean, it looks doable, but it's kind of rough. Maybe I should go, like, on top of this crystal or something? It's really, like, tempting. Maybe you could even drive on the crystals or something. Probably not, though. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, I'm on floor 13 in 10 seconds. Doing pretty well. Hunting. Hi, Anomaly. There was also the Shmonil cut idea that also looks like it's gonna work, which is slightly different, but you also go to like the same place. That was also not good. Okay. So where do I jump from here? Oh, to floor 12? Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, maybe there's something in the ice slope as well. Whoops. It is a bit of a mystery. Rip you. This game doesn't have metal ghosts, no. Only metal times. Kinda everything is weird about this floor. I do like the pathfighting challenge though. You can play against the random ghost, that's true, but no one finished this. So, no luck for us there. Okay. Honestly, from what I looked at this when I was theory crafting, it did look like there would be a bit more space, but... yeah, no, I'm still off. Don't think I can stay on this. A little bit troublesome. But the landing looks doable. Maybe with some super mega luck I could still climb. Maybe steer... Oh, wait. Oh, steering to the left? Okay, that worked. That was counterintuitive, but alright. So then... how would I line up? Man, the block is not meant to be driven on. I think you might maybe lack the speed for this kind of a jump. Yeah, I honestly think that if I can't get much further onto the right side, this might be an issue with the line as well. I feel like I really want to go like a little bit, yeah, this way first. Why is it so hard to turn the car? Oh. I didn't realize the car would go so much forward if I did that. Well, hey, maybe I can turn it like this. I just want to know if it's too steep. I just want to know. I'm just curious. It's probably not a Plexity shortcut, honestly. But I'm just curious. Because it's such a dumb idea. Please go up. Okay. It might not be high enough. Oh! Oh, it kind of grips, right? It kind of grips. Maybe you don't land high enough. Maybe that's the idea. Like, the grip is sort of there, but I don't know if it's drivable. I really want to just spawn here and try it that way, honestly. It looks kind of cursed. Maybe there should be a better setup for it somehow. What if you went straight from here? Jump to the right from here. Bounce on the crystals. Oh god. Do the maps have a password yet? I don't understand why this doesn't work though. That is so weird. Why is this? They have password? Okay, so I'm just gonna build my own wall with like approximately the same angle. Is it gonna be this angle? I feel like it's this, just like the default. Looks to be the same. No cheating anymore. I can try these things. Because the event is over. Okay. So let's go from here. It seems to slide. Okay. Let me try it also with some initial speed. It was worth trying. I was just curious. It just took longer. Yeah, it kind of does slide. Like, it's semi-drivable, and it does grip like a little bit, but yeah, it is a bit too steep. If this is the same angle. If it would be like, one more, it's not this much though. This one would be probably drivable though. And it looks like. Yeah, this one is drivable. But it's I don't think it's quite like this. Oh well, it was fun to test it. There's also the Schmanuel idea. Oh, maybe Arias, yeah. Hi Frozenthia. Hello Tell. Hazard got 3rd place. A more vertical line will just mean that the car will, like, the wheels are then pointing, like, downwards, and it's gonna, like, reduce the grip even more. But there was the Schmanuel idea, where you drop down from here, down here, and then you go from here into the pool, and you climb this. So that would kind of be the... next idea. Vila, thank you for your streams. This whole event was fantastic and you contributed so much. Wouldn't have been the same without you. Thank you, Frozenthia. Much appreciate you. I'm glad. I tried to make something, I don't know how to say it, impactful, I guess. I'm glad if it succeeded. Oh. Honestly, in a vacuum, this floor isn't too bad. Of course, like when you need to do every other floor. That's kind of tough. The hazard cut idea, I think, yeah, if Hazard is doing it right now as well. He is better suited for that. I'll try the Schmunil idea. Which Schmunil tried to do, but didn't quite get. Was really close to getting it. Oh my god. Okay. So if we do this wood part normally now. Air brake, go up. And then the drop down, it's like straightforward, right? Yeah. Very dark, but that's what it's gonna be. So it's, yeah, literally just straightforward between the beams. I think Plexity said something about the best run being like 120 or something, so there could be like a super mega shortcut still. Okay, a little bit to the right. That looks good. And then just drop down and air brake. Oh, too much speed? Okay. I need it to be a little bit slower. Yeah, it's very easy to go a little bit too fast. Can you try the drop cut before the ice slopes? The one that Hazard tried once? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's gonna miss too? No. Yeah, so, yeah, Hazard is trying the full floor cut. That would be less than 1 minute though, so I'm not really sure if that's gonna be the, like, intended strat. Maybe it's possible. Okay. My lines are pretty bad. Hazard got third. Hi, Cambro. We did see floor 14 and 15 validation runs, but no big surprises there. Okay, can I maybe keep the grip here? Yeah, can. I think this should be enough speed if I just full speed. Yeah, almost too much. Checkpoint versions are not released. They will be released at latest in 1 week. Currently they're giving Lars and Schmunil a chance to still get to the end, like during the event, in a way. A bit cleaner. We'll keep the streams until the competition officially ends on 18th, or top 5 finishes. I'll probably start moving on to other things, now that the event is basically over. But I want to do like mapper interviews and such in the following days. But I guess the casting part, that's probably gonna be done. We don't have the Plexity indented way yet. We're trying out some ideas. This is a shortcut that Shmonil tried to do on a full run, and I'm trying to replicate it with very bad results. Okay, so go here. Is that good? No, still a little bit more. Like there? No, that seems okay. Maybe slightly still. It's actually like almost like a clean drop down here. No need for any angles. Okay, so just a very low, slow line then. Land here. And then you take speed from here. I'd rather not bounce on the plastic. I'll probably take a little bit of speed to get onto the dirt. The line good? Looks good enough. So then the idea would be that from this pool you could go into the downhill or the slope block. Which is, like, this is the question mark. Like, this is the one part that Shmonil failed. It looks a bit sketchy, honestly. But this could be, like, an idea to skip a few parts. I don't really know how to line up for this. Like here, maybe? I don't like this pool setup. Super cursed. Nah, it's... you don't get any speed at all. It's so weird. I don't really know. Like, it looks very possible, but it's such a cursed setup. As well. Could you maybe get enough speed by just accelerating from here that you would actually drop down to the slope directly? Does that skip even help when you need 30 minutes to go against the turbo to get the speed for the wall ride? You don't need 30 minutes. If you're good. It's a red turbo for sure, but good players will be able to do that. I might not be able. Elevated. Was Hazard. How can I see the top of my region after a track? When you go into... like, when you have this thing here, you have these arrows that you can click. So you can see your region and country from these arrows. And these same arrows are on the... campaign menus as well. I don't really... honestly, like, this is not gonna be the shortcut anyway, so what would it be? There's no way. This crystal's in the way. What about you went over here? You probably don't get enough speed because of the slope. Yeah, it's this is the big question mark still. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's possible still to take some kind of like an insane line that gets you onto this plastic from the other side. Looks kind of ridiculous though. So difficult to say. I think we just have to wait for Plexity, honestly. There's one run on the leaderboard. Is that Plexity? Lars just said that they will keep the map closed, I think, until he and Shmonil finish it, or something similar. Yeah, so, basically, what they are doing is that they've released all of the practice floors for now, but the checkpoint versions of the map will not come out until a week later, or until Lars and Shmonil finish. Skandir, honestly, has been setting a lot of these practice floor runs. Maybe gonna hunt for Waterguard eventually. I don't think there's like too much in this though. We could check real quick by just scrolling through. Might just be the standard route. Just go 2x speed. Oh, you can even go backwards. Crazy. Yeah, looks to be the standard route. Just, you know, a leaderboard run, basically. Yeah. Honestly, no idea. Oh wow, that landing. Skandir never made it to this point on full runs, so this is probably Skandir's like one of first runs. I think Lars is doing the floor 16 practice floor now. So, no worries. Wow, what? Huh? What kind of a bounce is that? What? Okay, this is gonna be the standard route anyway, though. It's gonna be the same old, basically doing every section with the plastic bounce route. So, I think we just wait for Complexity. I think we will wait. But yeah, every practice floor is out. So there's some investigation that can be done. I think it's mostly gonna be about floor 13 though. I feel like everything else is pretty much figured out. Hazard is currently trying something very promising. Yeah, okay. What if Lax's video will just be a big XDD? Well, we do know one thing, which is that the floors needed to be less than 3 minutes long, I think. So I don't think there's gonna be like at least a super long route. Like Skandir's run there was 4 minutes. I'm sure it's not like clean, but still, I feel like there's at least like a 2-minute route somehow. Let me see if I can one-shot this flip. Wow, I actually did. Okay, well I got plasticked. Okay, alright. Was a good try. I think maybe I'll maybe I'll do these floors with the checkpoint version in hindsight. It would be fun to try out the wall hang maybe. Maybe I should do this on the checkpoint version when it comes out. kind of save it until then. It would be fun to get to try like the plastic bounds and everything, but it's gonna be easier to check in the checkpoint version anyway. A lot of really wild floors though. Overall, I think the mappers did a really good job. Like, it was a extremely memorable experience. Sure, you know, there are things that could be different. Things that, you know, are maybe the game's, you know, game's fault, you could say. Some plastic bounces or whatever. But I mean, overall, they did really well. Hazard finished. I don't have a link. I can edit this comment at least. I don't have the links yet. That's something for now. Also, I don't know if I can fit everything into the comment. Let me sort it out later, maybe. It would be a little bit of work to get everything done. I'm really just waiting. I should just message Plaxity. Ask about the plans to reveal. Actually, it is online, so. Okay. Oh, Plaxity actually on Hazard stream. Okay, I just sent a message though. I think Plaxity might be planning something. Okay. Maybe there's gonna be like an entire stream. But yeah, alright. Either way, as we're waiting for a replay, Deep Dip 2 event is over. And now we still have kind of like the post-event phase, where Hazard, Bren and Elcon will go to the sidelines after, you know, actually finishing on the podium. And Lars and Schmanuel, as their current personal bests are still on floor 16, will get a week to potentially finish the map during this kind of like post-event phase, so that, you know, they kind of also get the prestige from that kind of an achievement. So in 1 week, the checkpoint versions will be out. Okay, so there will be like a floor 13 released eventually, like a floor 13 dev path. But it's gonna be later. They will plan that out, I think. We'll see. It might be extremely surprising. Might be completely different from what we think it is. Like, we have so many ideas. I think the idea that I had, that we can confidently say, does not work. and probably wouldn't be very good either. There's definitely gonna be something, though. There will be a sparkling announcement about this topic. Yeah, that's what I heard from Plexity as well. No. Cast Larson, Schmanil when they're gonna run. We can, I think for the most part, we might be doing some other stuff too from now on. Could be that maybe I'll try to still reach floor 5, but I think we will start diversifying a little bit. So, yeah. Kinda was a wild start to this session as well, because I thought my connection would be completely gone today. I was getting like 15% packet loss, and then immediately, when Hazard got on a good run, I checked my connection for the 5th time, and then it worked. Somehow. I didn't even do anything, it just worked. So then we went in, saw the Hazard 3rd place run, and now Deep Deep's over. And I'm also, even though I've kind of like thought about a lot of stuff, I'm kind of lost as well. It's been so big. That on top right is not working. Let me see. You are correct. I don't know why. Refresh. Refresh. Map request? Yeah, it's gonna be on Saturday. This Saturday we will do a map request session. So, but one of the things I want to do is start a new map, because I am a mapper. If you're new here, I do occasionally cast things. I host my own cups and stuff. So, occasionally I do cast those kinds of things, but first and foremost, I'm a mapper. That is the main thing. So I will also utilize that, and we will do a beginner-friendly, more traditional map for all the new players that have arrived. But I don't know if I'll start that today. There's probably a bunch of things still to explore. I haven't yet played with the juice, the plastic roach. No, I need to check that out as well. I need to check the desert update. There's this whole new goddamn card to discover, 25 maps. And then there's the Finnish Trackmania campaign, which is also 25 maps. And then there's all kinds of things that I've missed out on. Oh yeah, you got track of the day today, Tony? Let's go. Do you make treasure maps? What do you mean treasure maps? I don't think I've seen this map. Looks cool though. Congrats, dude. Yeah, then there's the goddamn Minecraft set that releases on Friday, which is also a huge thing. I don't know, Nat. Like, I've done what I can. Maybe it works now, though. It could be a Streamlabs issue. Actual Finnish campaign, which means the Finnish Trackmania community. I also built a map for it. So this one I want to discover. I built a weird map for it that's not very good. But it's kinda interesting. I see that Tatu got a new record here as well. I don't know what this is, honestly, this map. But it's kinda wicked. But there's 24 other maps by Finnish mappers that I kind of want to discover. Painovoima means gravity. And that's because this is like a weird reactor boost map. Weight force. That is kind of like the literal translation, yeah. Almost called your map Gravitatio. I actually as well. Imagine if we both called it the same name. This AT took you 3 hours? Okay, I'm not gonna tell you how long I spent on it. Pain of Oima. Oh. That's probably the map. It wasn't the one shot, but you know, it was, you know, it didn't take super long. Is author time usually the creator's PB, or just something they think is quite difficult? Usually, like, it's generally going to be the author's run, and a lot of the time it is the author's best run, but it kind of depends on the mapper as well. Some people like to set extremely difficult author medals for their maps. Like if, you know, a pro player makes a map, usually the author time will only be beaten by like 10 people. So it really depends on the mapper. Usually it's like a legit run that you do. So something. Yeah, but we still have everything. Okay, you know what? We might not have the checkpoint version. We might not open the maps in the editor, but now we can cheat. So I wanna cheat. Is it this wall, right? I think so. And then it's like... cheating hype. Is it this? How far is it? That might be actually a crucial detail. I think it might be like here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use this one. It's fine, the event is over. It's all good. So this actual like dirt wall ride is not that hard. It's all about the turnaround. And like here we kind of see the main issue, which is that there's no good camera here. Yeah, this would be like basically the practice wall ride on 416. More or less. It's close enough. Like actually getting to the wall is fine. That's not like a big issue. Maybe I don't have quite enough speed. I think there's a little bit more space there. Let me just place like a platform here. So just like an upwards angle. But yeah, the turnaround looks a bit cursed. No, I specifically didn't want to do this during the event VODs because I wanted this stream to be like a safe place for all the players as well. I didn't want to like risk anyone in that way, so I very specifically didn't want to do that. Also, that plastic bounce kind of sucked. This is really difficult. Yeah, the back wheel seems essential. That goes too high. This is a very, very difficult section. And this is the same height, by the way. It is the 2 wall rate blocks. So I really need to push this. I think this is pretty much the same setup. So that was front wheel still, just barely. Go on wheel hang on the way back. Combining 2 sections. Maybe in Deep Dip 3 we have the plastic bounce into wheel hang. Jumper listening. Would be more efficient, you know? Yeah, you need to stay so low. That's kind of the problem, because when you start like steering to the right to set up the back wheel, you also go higher. That is the problem, right? I'm constantly going too high. Hey, there we go, jumper, let's go. Works. Perfect. Top 3 is Bren, Elcon, Hazard. Actually would be a usable khaki trick. Yeah, it's... How do I stay lower? Also, keep in mind that my plastic might be in the wrong place. That might not be a correct placement, but it still looks like close enough that it's gonna be doable. But it could be that the plastic is slightly in a different place. I think it's possible to do this. So yeah, this is not like a 100% replicate. No, yeah, it's... I knew that it would be hard, Vero, but I would have actually thought that I would get the hang of it a little bit faster. Like, even get like slightly closer a little bit faster, but it's like very difficult to get the turnaround. How's the wheel hang working so well though? What? I don't understand. Oh? Got it. Got it one time. Now imagine having to one-shot it on the map. That's really difficult. I can understand why there was a practice section for it. Yeah, I'm still going like too high, even though I'm trying to set up as low as possible. Now remake the dragon. Think for the dragon we need to wait for the checkpoint version, or at least maybe passwordless versions or something. Oh, Viro! Or maybe we do like a full interview. It would be cool to see, like you said that you might have your first version of the floor. Maybe we, I mean, if you're free right now, hop on. We can talk about your floor. Would be really cool to see the first version. You can get so, like, such powerful bounces, actually. I feel like something that I did here enables the wheel hang to work. I don't know what, though. Or maybe I'm just doing it in, like, a very weird way. Yeah, like the plastic bounce strength is so crucial. So done for mapper interviews. I'm really curious to like see what was nerfed and like if they were surprised about anything that the players did. Everything else too. Seems like the mappers are going to do that later, like showing the initial versions of the floors. If there's like a plan to do something like that collectively, then yeah, sure, that's fine. I can wait. There we go. That is so hard to do. Very difficult. Like, what is my success rate now? Like 10% at best? I don't know. Wow, that was close. It seems possible to even release when doing that. God damn. Hey, Rioter. Like, could it just work if you release before the bounce and you kind of like try to do it with the like back of the car? I don't know. I feel like you would lose too much speed before the bounce and it wouldn't give you enough strength anymore. There we go. Like, it's doable, but... No, this is the real thing has 2 wall ride blocks. This should be the same thing, but the plastic is gonna be a little bit shorter. I don't think that really affects the setup, and the plastic might be in a slightly different place, but it's somewhere roughly here. It's not like exactly the same with the setup I have. Yeah, Plaxity has said that they will do like a floor 13 reveal eventually. I wonder if you could combine the 2 tricks, like you would do like the swoop up and then go into a wheel hang, like kind of like this. Oh, this is the DD3 section. Yeah. This sucks. Great. Yeah, this would be terrible. No one tell jumper. Maybe we can add some plastic bounce to the end as well. It's close. DD3 floor 1. Oh, hey, it's possible. I should have just accelerated. Almost. You would love a SPV deep dip floor? It's gonna be this, you know? I'll send this to Sparkling. It's just this. Literally, this is the entire floor, yeah. Maybe I'll cook something for DD3 if there's like a public mapping competition again. Oh, it's so hard. Recycle harder versions of all DD2 tricks for DD3 with no new ideas. I'm sure the players would love it. Are you planning to do some like mapper stream video where you talk about the floors? Or do you want to hop on at some point and maybe show like the first version of your floor and everything else? This is so hard. Don't have any plans? Okay. I mean, if you want to jump in, if you're free. Would be fun to see what happened on floor 14. It's so close. Sparkling has some plans? Yeah, okay, alright. Well, maybe in that case. We can wait for that. Oh! Hey, let's go. It's perfect. This sucks so hard. And then like of course a plastic bounce. We can make this better. Hold on. We will combine this with we'll combine it with floor 7 plastic thing. Maybe here. This will be much lower. Or, you know, something. Greatest thing I've ever built. This is my DD3 submission. I mean, it's okay, Vito, we can wait as well. I don't want to step on Sparkling's toes if there's something already planned. Can I send you a version of your cut? Sure. On 13? Which one? Okay, come on. I just want to do this quickly. Such a stupid idea. The problem here is also that you have no good camera here. Very bad. There we go. Okay, how does this work? Gonna be perfect. Oh no, it's a little bit... Oh god, come on. Needs to be here. Okay, this will be great. Make the bounce on the other side of the setup. Maybe you could do the plastic bounce as well. Oh wow, it's consistent. It's completely fine, guys. No problem. Yeah, and then a landing somewhere there. Yeah, looks great. This is good. Yeah, DD3 ready to go. Yeah, there is a wheel hang. Okay, not worth keeping that one. There's a wheel hang on a khaki map already. And, you know, people kind of did look at the strats there a little bit. The actual wheel hang is not very, like, complex, though. It's all about the entry. I can probably rebuild that. It's like 5 blocks. XDD3. You said it. Let's go. Where was it again? What's the number? .3. So this map already was done a couple years ago. Deep khaki. I'm just... I don't know, Bum. I've lost it. Look. I've been doing pretty much nothing but Deep 2 related things for 40 days now. Alright. Let me go a little bit insane. So this trick already existed in Keki. The exit is very different. But, you know, people kind of knew that this was a thing before before they got to the wheel hang on floor 16. So there were like some ideas of how to do that. It's a very different setup as well, but you know, the actual technique, like there's not really much to it. We kind of already knew it. Like as long as you get a stable line into it, it's gonna be fine. And that's what it ended up being as well. The exit did end up being only press forward, which is kind of funny considering how many things people tried there before actually doing the press forward. Do you see Jumper said he's consistent on the ice flick? Do it 3 times in a row, but couldn't do the whole floor 3 times in a row, if I remember correctly. Haven't seen that. I did hear things like being 75% consistent on the wheel hang, for example. Okay, yeah. I see your submission on Discord. Illuminati. This is kind of cool. Ren first, Elcon second, Hazard third. Yeah, it kind of happens, Vira. Were there any new tricks the players needed to learn? For some, for example, the ice spin was already like a new experience. So, depends a bit on the player, I suppose. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, Illuminati. Like, this was the idea that I was trying on floor 13, but with a very different route. I guess, like, technically, it doesn't look very consistent, but you did land here. So that's like a, yeah, that's a strat. So this shortcut could work in theory. It looks a bit wonky though. It's maybe not Black City's route, but kind of a cool landing. Didn't think to combine the two shortcut ideas like this. No, it's all good, Illuminati. But nicely done. No new tricks were invented for this map. I mean, not really, and I don't think they would really want to do that either, because it would be so much more to learn as well. I kind of want to try the ice spin on 10, honestly. I wonder how tricky that would be. Maybe I'll try it out. Haven't yet tried this. Haven't yet tried any of the practice floors. Maybe now is a good time to check. Okay, that was great. Dropping from floor 11 is faster. True. That's true, Illuminati. I feel like there's probably something more. Yes, you just go here and then you jump forward, right? Okay, mission failed. Yeah, this makes sense. Oh, slow down. So then, just a clean entry. Kind of hard to visualize where exactly it goes. It's kind of a line. Maybe a little bit more to the right. Ice slide. Okay. Alright, well. I do play ice occasionally, so okay, I failed that one. Yeah, I honestly, I was just curious, because this is not the first ice spin I do in my life. So I was wondering like how tricky that would be. Of course I have zero pressure, sure. So it's very different. But yeah, it's not like maxed out. It's definitely like tricky to do though. Like the start of the ice slide. I feel like when you full send it, it's just better though. I feel like it's gonna be much more difficult if you like slow down there and stuff. Don't try more. I kind of want to try though. I'm gonna try a second time. See if it was just a fluke. It was not. But yeah, it is like difficult if you haven't done these kinds of slides before, and if I was on floor 10 for the first time as well. Again, too slow. Honestly, the plastic part after is so much harder. Getting this weird, wet icy wheel plastic again. I struggle on floor 3 as well. Like, it is difficult when you know the ways that you can fail. Like, the actual control there, like, it's just timing, and you get that through muscle memory when you practice this stuff enough. But, like, if you don't practice it, then, yeah, that's gonna be pretty rough. I kinda understand, though, when Virtual said that the floor 1 ice slide is harder than this spin. I mean, yeah, I, like, completely understand it. It's really not that difficult, honestly. In a vacuum. Like, when you just chew it like this, it's not that hard. But when you're under pressure... Dude, this is impossible, though. What? I honestly can't do this plastic landing. Oh, God. I would probably need to retry from here every time. If I had enough patience, I could go in and try to get a clean line. Hardest deep jump. To be fair, though, a lot of people, when they got the 360 for the first time, they did fail this next part, so... I'm not the only one. It's just that, like, actual ice just feels so much more comfortable. Maybe now? Oh, terrible line. I should get enough speed here. Hey, there we go. And then up here. Slide. Oh no, the whole... Okay, I'll close it up. Hey, but I did get the spin 4 times in a row. Yeah, like, there's really, like, for me, the difficult part about spins is getting, like, a release timing. So there's basically 2 ways to do a spin, and the one that's required here is just keeping the acceleration, but technically, if you're doing... Let me add a checkpoint. If you're doing, like, very good ice spin, then you would also want to release the acceleration when the car is facing backwards. Because then you get more speed. So you start the spin, and you can do it by holding acceleration all the time, but that's gonna be so much slower than if you do a small release as the car is backwards. The reason why the players don't do it there is because you risk getting gear down, and that is definitely not worth the risk. So I think, you know, there's a reason why it's not calculated like that. I think I need a bit more icy wheels before I do the spin. Add water. The water doesn't do anything on ice. It's only there because you also have these small plastic pieces. So then you have, like, wet wet icy plastic, which is similar to how ice works. Not really the same, it's kind of cursed, but... I'm getting a gear down during the spin. It kind of sucks. Maybe I would need a bit more speed. Let me just add one of these. Whoops. A bit more speed. Still getting a gear down. What? Okay, I don't understand why I wouldn't be able to keep the gear. Maybe I would need to delay it a bit more. I could do it on second gear, I suppose. Like just start it from here, I guess. Only get the 100 speed, because now I'm getting 160. That's the third gear, but maybe this one? So, go, spin. Yeah, so this is gonna be like 161 speed. But if I do the release, and if I get it, should be quite a bit faster. This is a really terrible setup for it, honestly. Anyway, the release tab is the one thing that makes it a little bit faster, but it's not needed. Hello, Grid Call and NZO. Yep, Hazard got it. I got the third here. This is such a bad setup that I would give up, honestly. But the main thing is that, like, you don't want to risk that small release there to gain, like, 5 more speed. It seems fairly simple to do without it, too. So, sort of makes sense. Yeah, so, yeah, we can go into the editor and do whatever, I guess. I don't know if I really want to, because it's a lot of work with the password-protected maps. Like, it's a bit of a hassle to get it. But yeah, I'm just checking if there's any news. Does seem like we still have Lars and Schmanuel trying to finish for this week, and then we'll see the checkpoint version when it comes out. We got our lives back. We did. The release is bad if the spin is in the air. Honestly, I'm not sure how mid-air spins work again. In the air, you can't really, like, counter the direction, though. Like, the reason why the release is good on ground is because when you're facing straight, like, backwards, then you're countering your speed, right? So doing a small release there, that will kind of, like, not lose any speed. That's the main reason why it's like that. So what's next? FTZ Discovery mapping. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I could still try to reach floor 5, I guess. But maybe we could also wait for the full checkpoint version and finish that one instead. I feel like I already, you know, did all right getting to like 500 meters. That's not too bad.